Genshin Impact 5.6 Livestream. Let's go! Yay, Mondstadt! Windbloom? Wait, we're getting Windbloom Festival! Navia? Film? Fantasyland. So wait, we're going for some festival in Fontaine too? A cooking contest! Oh! Okay. She's the chef. Shit, look at those. That's like the volley plate thingy that she has. Wait, is that a golden ratio? Eva and Otto in Fontaine? Fresh vegetables, no way! I did not expect that. Them being in Fontaine. What? Kinich in Fontaine too? No, wait, bro! Kokomi with Newbie! No! No! What is this? Kakuku with new LED, that's crazy though. I'm sorry, I'm ancient dragon relic of unknown origin. Gold, Reina daughter, Jean, hello. Why is he on the rooftops? No shot. Okay, so that's definitely the Leyland situation after the Archon quest. Shit! They were always safe from monsters, not Gaia with deal. The brothers. Albedo's in the trial? Murder? What? Who are you? Is that Dahlia? Hexenzirkel meeting? I'm getting goosebumps. What the frick? I'm so excited. That is a weekly boss, right? That is a weekly boss. That has to be. That is so cool. Nicolette was stabbed? Someone stabbed Nicolette for some drug in Remuria, and I was like, what? Okay, they cooked for this. I'm sorry. We're getting in a daughter Hexenzirkel? Albedo is on trial? You're in Fontaine? Varka? Varka? I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Guys. This is actually been a bit. We're going to Fontaine and Mondstadt. Hexenzirkel Arena daughter. Beta on a trial. Eva Kinich Autoron in freaking Fontaine? What is happening? The new world boss? I'm wrapping my head around it. That is actually Varka mention. Okay, this is about to get like really serious. Obviously, I think that's Dahlia, right? The appearance of. We heard of Dahlia. They looked really cute. Maybe like they're like the adorable character. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, not evil landing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.6 special program. I'm Jane Jackson, the voice of Varessa, and I have two awesome co-hosts with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
What up, my dudes? My name is Johnny LaQuasto, and I'm the voice of Aoife.
Let's go.
Hey, your turn.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emily Cass, and I voice Escoffier. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to be hosting alongside you two today.
Oh, by the way, Emily, I have to say, the way your chibi's tail moves around is so cool.
Oh, actually, it's not a tail. It's a self-adapting movement signal tracking support
What?
mech. It's a piece of tech, basically.
Wait, that
it
is...
helps Escoffier in the kitchen and in combat. It's one of her essential
that looks
utensils.
really cool.
But it looks so much like a tail.
Yeah, a lot of people
I'm really
think
freaked
that.
out indeed.
And considering how it looks, people even call Escoffier a demon chef.
Ah, okay. That seems a little extreme.
Yeah, I'd say so too, but honestly, I don't know much about Escoffier. Can you tell us more about her, Emily?
Absolutely. Let's take a look at her profile.
Okay.
Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
The hotel is famous for the extremely
I wonder what she's
popular
like
and
gonna be
exclusive
doing.
Gâteau de Bourg.
Wow. Exclusive?
Yeah, only a limited amount of slices are available per day. Escoffier is a master of precision gastronomy, which means she approaches cooking as a science. She even develops advanced mecha to use in her cooking process.
Wow, that's
really
some
like-
dedication to her craft.
Of course, in Escoffier's kitchen, no dish is ready to be served until it has her stamp of approval. And when she likes something, she gets completely lost in the flavors. It looks almost
Okay,
like she's in
Shin Ling would be
heaven.
best.
Sounds incredible, but what if she doesn't like it?
Oh, then she'd probably say something like...
You thought cream of mushroom soup was ready to serve after 3.5 minutes on the stove. You'd have had more sense serving hot water with ice cubes. At least then you wouldn't have wasted all this perfectly good cream and mushroom.
Wow. Intense.
I promise Escoffier is actually very well-mannered most of the time. But when it comes to food, she couldn't be more strict. It's all for good reason, though.
I don't know if she's good for
Escoffier
Risley,
believes
though.
her mission as a chef is to make haute cuisine accessible to all. So she's not just strict on other people, she demands perfection from herself too. Because that's the only way to make her dream a reality.
We're getting Genshin.
Oh, is that why she developed all those cooking mecha?
That's right. With their help, even people who are short on time or cooking skills can be capable of making a good meal.
Okay. That feels like a personal call-out. But seriously, though, I'm telling you, I could use something exactly like that.
Same here. Emily, you said Escoffier used to be the head chef at the Hotel de Bourg. Does that mean she doesn't work there anymore?
Yeah, that's right. She even had to spend
Navia!
time in the fortress of Meripede.
The Fortress of Meripede?
Is she
What
moving
happened?
there? Oh
We can't
no.
divulge the details right now.
Story
but
quest,
all
let's
we
go.
revealed in Escoffier's story quest.
Yes.
Treasured above all. So be sure to check it out if you're interested, travellers. You'll also be rewarded with extra Ascension materials.
Nice. I like how
And
they
travellers
done
will get
this.
to take part
like
in a
since
one-of-a-kind culinary showdown in this quest. Not only will travellers get to experience
Yeah,
Escoffier's mentorship firsthand, but special guests will also make an
Oh,
appearance.
she's angry.
Special guest.
What? I
Nice.
don't know when they're criminals.
Okay, I see blubber beasts and romaritime flowers. Wait, do we have to cook 4 blubber beasts
Like,
using
it just
romaritime
adds
flowers?
personality to them being
That's
from
not much to
Fontaine,
work
like,
with.
you know,
All I can
the
say
lore.
is trust in Escoffier. She can work wonders.
Oh, I'm definitely a believer. Okay, so we know what she can do in the kitchen, but what about on the battlefield?
Right, let's get into it.
Let's see.
Escoffier wields a cryovision and is a powerful addition to
We had
freeze-focused
her
teams,
Risley.
which brings us
Oh,
to
no.
one of her talents.
Oh no.
When Escoffier's elemental skill or elemental burst hits an enemy, she can reduce their resistance to hydro and cryo damage.
Also
The
freeze.
more hydro and cryo characters in the party, the greater the reduction.
Okay. So it
Okay.
looks like the enemies here aren't actually frozen, but the resistance reduction still takes effect.
Yeah, that's really important. As long as her elemental skill or burst hits an enemy, the reduction takes effect.
Okay.
The enemy doesn't need to be frozen. That means the talent works on bosses and other unfreezable enemies.
Wow.
Okay.
So it seems like any character that deals hydro or cryo damage can benefit from that talent. I can definitely see her being a powerful support in freeze teams.
True.
Especially before there's
Escoffier is not just a
Naya.
support.
Yeah.
She can dish out damage as well. With an actual dish.
No way.
Yeah, and when Escoffier unleashes her elemental skill, she summons a cooking mech to the field that follows the active character and periodically fires projectiles at nearby enemies, dealing cryo damage.
Wow.
So with her ability to shred
Oh my God.
resistance, she basically buffs her own damage. In addition, her elemental burst restores HP to the entire party.
Incredible.
Oh!
Okay, so she can buff the party,
She's very
dish out damage,
well-versed.
and heal. Wow, sounds like she's pretty versatile.
Yeah. Thanks to a different talent,
Very
she has another
versatile.
ability that really showcases her skills as a chef. If you hold her elemental skill, the cooking mech she summons can absorb elemental energy and convert it into a delicious dish.
Whoa. I've never seen a talent like that before.
Okay, so you don't even have to prepare the ingredients yourself? Bro, that's awesome.
Bro.
Yeah, and plus, she can produce several kinds of dishes this way.
Oh,
That would be
wow,
so
okay.
fun to check out in game.
Who eats food
so
apart
take
from
note
like
of this
the
next
egg
piece
and
of
something?
news, travelers. In the first half of version 5.6,
So Escoffier and
we'll have
Navia
event
here.
wishes for Escoffier and Navia. A new 5-star polearm, Symphonist of Sense, will be featured on the weapon banner.
course.
Our new 4-star character, Aoife,
Aoife
will also
with
enjoy
first
a
half.
drop rate boost on the first half banners.
Aoife, no
If
way,
it's first
bro.
half.
I think that's my line, but I couldn't have said it better myself.
So to go with
And another bit of
Escoffier.
really exciting news is that travelers will get to spend more time with these two in the new version.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm high.
Who are you talking about?
Okay, take a look at this clip and you'll see.
We still don't know second phase.
All eyes are on me.
Okay,
Hello,
yeah.
servants. Behold, the almighty Dragon Lord's magnificence. The heck are you on about?
We're in the zoo, guys.
Why does no one ask for the autograph of the almighty Dragon Lord? Kahula how? Oh, wow. No way, bro.
No, my bro.
You little... Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh dear.
Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Uh,
How dare you! You insolent, contemptuous... Huh? What are you on about? No way, bro. Huh?
Oh.
Seriously? Seriously? Do you even hear yourself, bro? Darn it. Oh, wow. No way, bro. Do you even hear yourself, bro?
What are we
You're
witnessing?
hopeless. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulau's wisdom is wasted on you.
It's good
No
that
way, bro.
that Aoife is first half. I'm genuinely happy about that. Kakuku, yeah, I prefer Kakuku as well.
Oh, you meant Kakuku and a how.
It can roast a
Wow,
house.
I feel like
so-
those two could argue forever.
Dude, you don't know the half of it.
Hang
Oh
in there,
no,
bro.
Avery's probably tired of it.
You too, huh? Man, this bro thing is really taking off.
Well, Kakuku is just that infectious. So, travelers met Aoife in the previous version.
Yes.
But since we now have the chance to add him to our parties,
That
wanna give
cutscene
us a
was
formal
peak. Oh
introduction,
my god.
Johnny?
I thought
Actually.
you never asked, Jane. Absolutely. As most of you probably know, Aoife is a Saurian vet from the Flower Feather clan. In that land, humans and Saurians live
We
and
need
fight
those
side by
second
side.
half banners,
Saurians
by
get
the way.
sick
Yeah.
and hurt just like everyone else. So Saurian vets do a very important job in that land.
Okay.
And Aoife is a really good one. In fact,
On
you've
and on.
probably heard of some of his accomplishments already. Like how he saved Kakuku's life, and now, of course, Kakuku works as his trusty assistant.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
Aoife is
Tried
practically
to
a
snag his
miracle worker.
hat.
I heard a how got sick one time, so Kinich took him to Aoife for treatment, and what do you know? A how was better in like 2 seconds. Imagine that.
Sounds like Aoife really knows his stuff. I wonder if he can treat all kinds of dragons, like even ones from other nations.
I
I
guess,
thought it
in
lagged
theory,
out because the
yeah, I
animation
don't see why
stopped
not.
moving.
Plus, if it was an emergency, Kakuku could help him get there in no time.
I mean, I heard the Flower Feather clan is
So
known for riding
hilarious.
crystals.
What the
But
frick?
this is less riding and more dangling.
How is Kakuku able to
hey,
hold
this is
you?
a
What
Kakuku
the frick is
appreciation zone
that?
only, all right? But seriously, just wait until you see him sprint. He spreads out those huge wings, and it's super awesome. Oh, and while we're on the subject,
I feel
if there
like
are any
I'm like
travelers
those
who haven't
games
done
like in
part
the
of
Battle
Ochkan
Royale
Atlan
when you
World
know you
Quest
get
where
to drop
chase
down
the
with the
Eagle
glider.
Dragon, try it out with Aoife. It'll be a completely different kind of flying experience.
Oh my god, oh
I see
wow.
that.
No way,
Although
bro.
It looks more like Aoife is chasing down a patient for a
I
checkup.
didn't know you can spread them out like that. Shit, Kakuku.
So, okay,
That's
what else
some
could
big
Aoife do in
wings.
combat?
Well, Aoife is an Anemo vision user with a lot of tricks up his sleeve. For example, when faced with aggressive enemies, Aoife can unleash his elemental burst and fire a therapeutic sedative, creating a wind current that pulls in and restrains enemies.
Oh.
Yeah, of course, as Aoife's good bro, Kakuku also helps him out in combat. With Aoife's elemental skill, Kakuku lifts him into the air, giving him an aerial advantage in combat. And while in this state, Aoife can continuously fire
disease
tonic shots,
prevention.
which deal
What a
anemo
name.
damage upon impact and restore HP to the entire party.
Nice.
So what kind
Look
of
at our
team
one's
comps work
HP, it's
best
like
with
healing
Aoife?
slowly.
Well, to answer that, we should introduce one of his talents first. When Aoife
triple
is in the
crowned
Night
him.
Soul's Blessing state, he can use his Field Medic's vision to increase swirl and electrocharge damage based on the total amount of Night Soul points across the entire party.
Okay, so he works well with characters that can trigger swirl and electrocharged reactions, and characters that can generate Night Soul points.
Okay.
He seems like a really flexible unit.
Yeah, he is. Plus, in areas with Natlan's phlogiston mechanics, if your current active character
was
or
that,
Inkwell
Hoyer?
Saurian's HP drops below a certain percent, Aoife can consume his own phlogiston to heal them.
Nice, putting those medical skills to use. His kit
Oh,
seems really
that was top
intuitive,
gameplay
and he
moment.
helps with exploration. I feel like
But I guess
exploring
it
the
healed
sacred
him, so,
volcano
wow,
would
it was
be a
really
lot
funny.
easier with Kakuku to dangle from.
What can I say? He is a helpful little guy. Now, moving on to our next bit of news, a new boss is coming in version 5.6, the Secret Source Automaton Overseer
There's so much
boss.
automaton
Travelers
bosses.
will
I
need
like
to
mix
defeat
them up
it
visually.
To obtain ascension materials
Always
for
mix them up.
Escoffier.
Huh. I feel like we faced something like this before.
That's because this boss has the same origins as the Secret Source Automaton configuration device from version 5.1. Both are pieces of ancient dragon technology.
They almost seem like two parts of one terrifying monster.
Okay, Jane, let's, this is where we should wrap this part up, I think, because travelers can search for their own answers to this in-game. Now, let's kick off the event portion.
Oh, wow. There are Natlan characters in
Did they
Fontaine?
even get the
Is it
second
because
phase
of a
banners?
festival or something?
Not a festival. An amusement
Am I
park
tripping?
organized by Navia and the Spina di Rasula. Auroron and Aoife are there to deliver Natlan produce for the event. But it's not all veggies and good times, unfortunately. Against the backdrop of the festivities, a smuggling
Yeah,
case
Kinich
is
has an
uncovered, leading
appearance,
Kinich
so
and
maybe-
Wrisley to cross
Navia
paths.
is running first half.
Ooh, a Saurian hunter and a prison warden. Sounds like a fun pairing.
Yeah, right?
What on
I
earth?
actually
Oh
have
my
a
God,
few
look at
sneak
Wrisley
peeks to
there.
share, so let's take a look.
Weird. Why is Ahau cowering behind Kinich? I would have thought he was too proud for that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Especially at the low
It
level.
must be because of Fontaine's ban on flying objects.
Exactly. Ahau and Kakuku made the journey all the way to Fontaine and happened to arrive just in time for the ban. Ahau was able to hide, but Kakuku got scared and flew straight into the Palais Meronia.
my
Auroron
God.
thinks Kakuku
But
will manage to
like,
send all of the important documents in the Palais flying around the building.
Oh no, that can't end well. Well, what about Aoife? Isn't he going to come to Kakuku's rescue?
Don't worry, with Nervalette and Wrisley there, Kakuku's in good hands. Plus, he might even learn a new phrase or two. Hey, check it out. Wrisley managed to teach him one. Anyone want to guess
I
what it is?
absolutely love this. This is their new child.
What it could be. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway, I wanted to point out there are two dragons in this picture. So does that mean Nervalette could like interpret for Kakuku? You know, dragon to dragon. Oh, I can't wait to see how their interactions
Two
go.
dragons.
Honestly,
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
even
I'm
picture it, but I
dying.
just know it's gonna
Actually.
be hilarious.
This is
There's
unreal.
nothing we can say that
Also,
beats
getting
the
like
real
a bow
thing.
there.
So, if you're interested,
Free
be sure to
bow.
check out all the shenanigans in game. And trust me, there are a lot of them. Always makes me laugh.
Why does it look so
on to
good
the
there? I'm
actual
sorry,
amusement
like...
park. Let me give you some background. It's called the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland, and it's the brainchild of a well-known engineer and film buff with the Spina di Rasula in charge of the financing, construction, and general operations.
Oh, Lapine Pauline is back. Didn't she almost go bankrupt after basing her research on that fake story? I hope her
This is gonna
investment
be a longer
pays
live
off this
stream.
time.
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline might be in a better
Because we
position.
still haven't
Come on
covered
board.
Mondstadt bits yet.
Alarm bells ringing?
So that's probably where the
It's
second
not
half
like
of
that.
the
If you don't trust
revealed.
Lapine Pauline, yeah, okay. Her track record isn't great, but at least trust Cheval Moran and the Spina di Rasula.
If you say so.
And how do we make sure we don't run it into the ground?
Well, if the Traveler agrees to come on board, Lapine Pauline
I'll be
might be in a better
Posting
position.
a recap after.
So this is a management sim?
the stream.
Okay, tell me
It will take me a bit.
everything.
You got it, bro. Travelers will be in charge of operations like upgrading the facilities, expanding the park, and managing the staff. During each business cycle,
As
travelers
another
will need
one,
to
we're gonna be
allocate their
doing the
precious
stonks
funds and
event.
action
Remember
points
how we
to the
had
most
potions in
important tasks
Mondstadt?
based on their management needs.
And plus, Navia recruited Master Chef Escoffier to run the park's theme restaurant.
Woo!
The dishes she creates can give you
Rennie!
unique
Oh my
management
God,
buffs,
Rennie, thank you
so
so much
don't
for
miss
the
out.
sub.
Absolutely.
Thank
You can
you.
also increase your revenue by
Thank you so
adding different
much.
kinds of attractions.
Um,
For example, in Eclectic
been 6
Escapades,
months. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
visitors
thank
can
you.
experience unforgettable adventures where they fly through the air or dash underwater at high speeds.
Wait, this looks really
Or
fun.
There's movie masterpieces where you have to use special abilities to reach the end of the stage and seize the treasure. Before launching these attractions,
Management events,
travelers
yeah, can
will
be
need
long,
to try them
but
out and create a
they also
standardized strategy
they
guide
are for
each
the
one,
longer part
so that
of the
visitors
thing.
understand how to get the most out of the experience.
Nice.
Oh, and travelers can also add an attraction called Mellow Manor, where they can create a cozy retreat for different animals to draw in
Okay.
visitors and increase revenue.
Oh, this is oh, this is cute though. It's cute.
Among the recruits, Fontaine Content
It's cute.
friends of the nations too.
Yeah, that's right. By completing friendly encounters, travelers can learn useful management techniques from their companions. Eventually, these companions will become fixtures at the park and provide even more management support. So, long story
Sound is
short,
bugging? No.
don't worry too much. You don't have
Probably
to go it alone.
stopped by now.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound too bad.
And plus, once you get down to business, you'll be rewarded for your efforts.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh, I will. Reach a certain point in the operations and you'll be able to claim all sorts of rewards, including PRIMOGEMs and a new 4-star bow, Sequence of Solitude.
Awesome! More Primo Gems to
solitude.
save for your next pull. Which reminds me, we still haven't finished announcing the event wishes,
Yes.
have we?
Oh, right.
Kinich
yeah,
and
sorry to
Raiden.
keep you in suspense, travellers. In the second half of version 5.6,
So-
we'll have returning event wishes for Kinich and the
Raiden
Raiden
feels
Shogun.
very random. I get
Plus,
Kinich.
the chronicled wish banner will be returning in version 5.6.
What?
I know
sorry.
a lot of travellers have been waiting for that,
Chiori?
so check
She
it out
was
if you're
only
interested.
one.
Yeah, you
Twice.
have to. And best of luck on your polls.
They really broke the
All right.
rules. What?
There's a lot of info.
So the only
let's take
one
our
out of
first
these I
break.
didn't expect in
Here's
Chronicle
the
is
second redemption
Kazuha
code, travelers.
and Chiori. The rest I kind of did. I didn't see the standard ones there, yeah. If that's the case, that is a really good banner. This is a second code, by the way. That's perfect. I love Inazuma. They put... What? That is generally really good. I took a screenshot of what's coming. Oh, they just ended an animation. So we have Ayaka, Ayato, Yoimiya, Chiori, Yae Miko, Itto, Kokomi, and Kazuha. Don't even see Mizuki. It would make sense if Mizuki was there because she's in Inazuma standard 5-star. So unless she's like there, but this is huge. It's second half, it seems, the Chronicle.
Once a celebration of flowers, now shrouded in unease. Why is Albedo on trial? Who is the young man in the courtroom? And is he friend or foe?
That's Dahlia, right?
What tidings does the Dodo communication device bring this time? The answers to these questions and more in the version 5.6 Archon Quest.
It's an Archon quest!
Nice voice.
Oh, no.
That narrator
shucks, thanks.
though!
So, we finally make it back to Mondstadt, and Albedo's on trial. I don't even know what to think. But something tells me there's more to this situation than meets the eye.
I'm sorry,
Well,
this is
I've put together some
amazing!
information
This
about
match is-
the case. Let's go through it and see if we can uncover some new clues. So, here's the deal. Albedo's been accused of murder and unlawful disposal of human remains, and the case is being tried in secret. The logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius, Hertha, seems to have compelling evidence against Albedo, so the situation is serious.
I'm sure Hertha is just trying to do her job and uncover the truth. But there has to be some kind of misunderstanding here.
Well, in court, the evidence does the talking. Travelers will have
Evidence
access to
does the
Albedo's
talking.
office on the second floor of headquarters to do their own investigation into the case and hopefully track down some clues.
So I saw Jean, Kaya, and Jula in the courtroom, all members of the Knights of Favonius, which makes sense. But it looked like someone from the church was also there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Dahlia. He's the deacon of the Church of Favonius, so he works with Barbara, Rosaria, and the other members of the clergy. Dahlia
That's
acts
that
as
other
the Herald
silhouette.
of Barbados, which is
Apart from
interesting because he's also friends with Venti.
Yeah,
Venti
very
friend,
interesting.
yay!
He sounds like a very important figure then.
Well, speaking of
Nice.
Venti, the Dodo communication device
I'm
is
freaking
back in
out.
this quest.
There's so much.
At some point, Venti needs it to get in touch with Alice. But on the first attempt, the line connects to Grandmaster Varka instead. It's only on the second try that he manages to reach Alice.
Whoa, hold on. You just dropped two major names.
Do you think if
Varka
we
has
see
been
that
on an
hat on the
expedition
Dodo
for
code,
a long time.
that's what
Sounds
her
like we
hat would
finally
look
get
like?
to hear how he's doing. As for Alice, we know she's the mother of the most adorable Klee and an elder of the Hexenzirkel. But I wonder why Venti needs to get in touch with her. Wait, could it be because of the monsters in the city?
Oh, you know what? In Amber's anthology chapter, she did say the number of monsters around Mondstadt has been skyrocketing lately.
Right, and now there are even more monsters in the city. So maybe
Yeah,
Venti
that
is reaching out
was
to
never a
Alice
thing
for
before.
help.
I think you two are onto something. And if we take a look at this map, we can see that a lot of our old friends have joined in on the fight to
Oh
defend
wow,
Mondstadt.
that is
Wow.
looks
This is
very
kind of
active
emotional.
all
That
around.
was the beginning of everything. It's the place where travelers met their first companions and embarked on this whole journey. And now it's in crisis. Oh, hopefully travelers can do something to stop it.
Oh, they can, but it won't be an easy road. Alice can offer something to help,
That's
but
the
travelers will need to
whoa.
pass a trial first and defeat the king
Look
and
at
queen
that.
on the chessboard.
Look at the figures.
Anything to
They
defend
look so
Mondstadt.
cool.
I'm sure travelers aren't scared of a little trial.
Okay. Then let's take a look at what awaits them.
Okay. Oh, wait, that doesn't.
Alice will preside over the first phase of the trial. The trial takes place on a chessboard, but the rules of chess don't exactly apply. Look closely and you'll notice
So-
some of the pieces on the board can harm the king. Travelers can use that to their advantage
Wait, do
to
they
create
actually-
an opening and dish out damage.
He moves
But
as
in
he
the
should,
second
like
phase,
on the actual
there
chess,
are no
right?
chess pieces to use. Travelers will need to rely on their own strength to emerge victorious.
It looks like there's a different Dodoko presiding over the second phase. One wearing a blue hat. Is that a different mage from the Hexenzirkel?
Ooh, I wonder which one.
Well, travelers will have to uncover that for
They
themselves.
were saying we're in a
As for
Dahlia
the
Mentions
second phase of the
earlier,
trial,
so
let me offer a quick piece of advice.
What is that?
The boss has some extremely powerful attacks, but freeze reactions can help you create an opening.
Maybe
Freeze
jot that one down
reactions,
for later,
so of
travellers.
course.
So we know there's murder, an attack on
Of
Mondstadt, a
course.
Hexenzirkel trial, but we have no idea how all of this is connected. Seems like
and
there's a
Raiden
lot for
High.
travellers to uncover. You know, if
Oh,
you
wow.
think about it, first Natlan had a crisis with the ley lines that almost ended in death. Then a similar crisis happens in Liyue, and now Mondstadt is in danger.
Yeah, it's after.
I can't help but wonder if this is all some kind of terrible omen.
I mean,
Yeah, but look on the bright side. It's another chance for answers. Maybe we'll uncover new clues about forces we've encountered before, or what we can expect on the road ahead.
Or maybe
Yeah.
we'll even get one step closer to the truth of Teyvat.
Yeah, and then travelers can give us all the answers.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we're gonna leave all that hard work to you guys.
All right, okay, well, let's lighten things up and dive into the remaining version 5.6 events.
Yes.
okay.
First up on the
So,
docket is an event
I did
that brings
expect
us
it
back
to
to
be
Fontaine,
in
where travellers
Dragon's
can test out their
Spine, though,
tactical
I will
brilliance
say.
in the new
But
war game,
it doesn't look very
Operation Damport Simulation.
Dude, nice.
Oh, I know.
You really
This
have to
war
think, you
game
have to
comes with
provide-
all new offensive
you
and
don't.
defensive gameplay. The key to success is really understanding your game pieces.
Okay.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well,
this?
for example,
Give us
is it a
wind
melee
trails.
or ranged attack piece?
Come on, Wintress.
Can it quickly break through obstacles or maybe even bypass them entirely? Once you feel like you know what you're doing, you can test out your skills in co-op. The actual gameplay is pretty simple. What this event really tests is strategy. For example, when adjusting your defensive lineup, you can even set traps for your opponent.
I see a button called Defensive Simulation.
If they're like
Looks
coming
like
up
we
with
can
like a
use
lot
it
of
to
like
test out our
newer like
strategies?
event types, they
That's
should
right.
definitely
And once you set the defensive
include
and
some of
offensive
the
lineup that works best for you, the battle is ready to
older
begin.
events, even as just
And while your
constant.
opponent tries to break through your defenses, your job is to use your chosen offensive lineup
Was it
to
before? I don't
outmaneuver their
remember this
strategy.
game mode.
The side that breaks the opposing formation first or makes greater progress within the time limit wins.
Wow.
Okay, so it sounds like it all comes down to strategy. All right, so get tactical, travelers.
Now, if that last event was mostly about brain power, this next one is all about firepower.
Let's go.
So let's take a look at the gameplay.
There's
Think
a lot
this
of
is a simple battle
Oh.
for coins? Well,
Hey, at
think
least it's
again.
co-op.
At
least it's
Players
co-op.
will have the opportunity to indwell Saurians at certain points. Use their abilities to your advantage, and
Okay.
you might be able to turn the tides in your favor.
This looks so fun. You could just stay in Saurian form the whole time and blast all the other players away.
Oh, if only. The Saurian form only lasts so long. But even in human form, you'll have Natlan character skills at your disposal. So the goal is to collect as many coins as possible to secure victory.
Nice, bro. So, this next event is
Oh,
called Chronicle
right
of
out of
Shifting
this.
Stratagems.
The
I'm sure at
shifting
this point in their journey,
stratagems.
travelers have gained their fair share of companions and have
Didn't we
tested
have
out
this
their
before?
skills in a
I feel like I
variety of
remember the
different
name of this
situations.
event.
But maybe
feel
there's
like
a
I do.
character you want to learn more about, like Escoffier, for example. Let's say you want to test out her potential in different team comps. Then, I highly recommend trying out this event.
Chronicle of Shifting Stratagems gives travelers the opportunity to study and test out different team compositions.
Okay.
The event is divided into different levels of difficulty.
Okay, so-
and there are also challenge buffs to take advantage
There's
of.
actually a lot
so
of
make sure to take that into
varied
account when
varied
forming your teams.
difficulties.
Okay. Travelers can also take a look at the challenge record
Yeah,
and
we
see
get to
how
see
their friends
Kirk, maybe
approached
like with
each
the drip
challenge.
market after the patch
Could
drops.
provide some food for thought.
Nice. Sounds like the perfect excuse to do some experimentation and think outside the box.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
Okay.
First, a new card skin will be added to the card shop, so check it out if you're interested. Travelers can also look forward to new character
Say
and
there's
action
a
cards
look
added
at
to regular mode.
Shalonen's pose.
Nice. More food for the card sharks.
This also looks
There
quite
are
cool.
also some major updates to automatic artistry.
Oh, so in addition to the character and action card updates, the elemental reaction effects are different.
Yeah, and during the match,
That's good for
there's
propaganda.
now a
Basically,
card
you can make
refresh
us pull,
option,
but you
as well
don't
as
have to get
mechanisms for character
Escoffier.
enhancement and
Like,
replacement.
there's other
So the
freeze characters,
gameplay should be
you know,
even
game.
more engaging. Travelers might even be able to come up with some new strategies and surprise their opponents with unexpected moves.
That's right, and finally, the ley line overflow event is returning in version 5.6, so don't miss out.
That's always useful if you need the materials.
Optimizations and a cool collab. See you on the other side, travelers.
Bye.
Ooh, nice. They're sharing like a event. I really like them adding like a calendar for like the event dates, because I feel like before they didn't used to like exactly announce them to the craziness, and I feel like this really helps just to know whereabouts what's happening. Yeah, they've been adding this on their like website for a couple of patches too, so I've been like using that. It's really like fairly handy. Plus the Primogem count from the things. So I'd say that's pretty good to see. That's pretty good to see, because they're literally like just showing it how much you get from each event. So that is very cool of them to do. So, Chronicled banner, I actually really like the Chronicled banner. The banners are going to be insane.
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
So,
Let's
system.
jump right into system optimization.
Okay, show us what you got.
Provided feedback that the brilliant blessing enhancement process in the Imaginarium Theatre was a bit confusing, which made it difficult to level up strategically and optimize character turn order. So, in the version 5.6 update, the dev team has made the Brilliant Blessing details page a lot more intuitive, which should make it easier for travelers to make strategic level up decisions.
Nice.
Yeah, and in addition, rewards will be available for completing the star challenges in the new season of the Imaginarium Theater that begins on June 1st.
You know what would be nice?
So there's new rewards from
A
the theater.
restart button after the final act. As it stands right now, finishing the final act takes you directly to the credits, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you just missed that last star challenge?
But yeah, I will post the information
Be
after the
such a
stream.
bummer.
Yeah, the
I'll
dev
make,
team
like, a
has
video
received
for the
that
recap.
feedback as well, so a
was,
restart
like, Twitch
button
and
is also
TikTok
being added to the new update.
Or like
Oh,
on
let's
YouTube.
go.
That should make it easier to get full stars. Alright, so this next update addresses another common problem. Travelers have probably noticed that when you
Smells
go to raise a
something weird in
character's
the house.
skills, the skill descriptions can be pretty long and dense.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's important for travelers to have all the details. But it's also easy to get bogged down in the weeds, so this is something the dev team has been working on.
Yeah, it's
Starting in
a lot
version
of scrolling.
5.6, the descriptions on the talent and constellation pages for new characters will be optimized to be more concise, so it's easier for travelers to
Wait, so it's
grasp
actually going to
the
be
core
concise.
information. Of course,
Nice.
travelers who prefer to dive into all the details can always expand the content for a more comprehensive description.
Nice.
Okay.
Sorting through
I
all
can
that
be pretty
information should
handy.
be a lot faster now.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Our next optimization is for the treasure compass. Travelers provided feedback that while
And the dev
attempting
note
to
I thought
complete
is just,
Natlan's
like,
warrior
clarifying
challenges,
it,
it was
but
difficult to
concising
locate
it's
where
really
to pick
good.
up the quests. So after the version 5.6 update, the treasure compass can now track those locations.
Woo!
Yeah, they can. Warrior challenges are important because that's how you get obsidian fragments, which you can use to unlock tribal
I wish I
secret
had more
spaces,
premiums
right?
to
It
summon
would be
on
nice if the
Inazuma
treasure
Chronicle,
compass
because
could
I
track
probably
those too.
would.
It can, and once your exploration progress is high enough, the treasure compass will be able to pinpoint the location of tribal secret spaces as well. Similarly, at a high enough exploration progress, more chests from various
Wait, so it's not
nations can also be
fragments.
located using the treasure compass.
Mara chest is
Oh,
really
nice.
good. That is
should really
locating.
help travelers
But I
that
don't
are
think
stuck
it's
at
the
99%
fragments.
exploration
I think it's just
progress.
the treasure
Map
locations.
pins have also been optimized. Starting in version 5.6, travelers can now delete custom pins in batches.
Ooh, that should make it a lot easier to start fresh if you're someone who really likes to go ham with the markers.
Definitely.
I like
well,
that.
that
I
wast
like
up our
that.
system optimizations. So now
just, like,
it's time
wipe
for some
them.
out-of-game news.
That's right.
obsidian fragments
First, we have
too.
some exciting collaboration news to share.
Charlotte
Genshin
Del
Impact is
Perfect
partnering
Genshin
with the
what?
global beauty brand Charlotte Tilbury to
okay.
launch 2 limited edition sets.
Wow.
So let's watch the preview trailer for the collaboration.
What? This is so random. Oops. Hey, that's very like witches inspired. Yeah, that's apparently that's the collab. I don't know. It's just so random. A sleeping mask. It's just a tote bag. Serum, whatever. That's very random. Okay, what
But I have even more news. In addition, Genshin Impact's third Natlan OST album, Radiance of Flame, is coming soon.
This is good.
The album contains various tracks composed by the Hoyo Mix team for the Collective of Plenty and other regions. So stay tuned for the drop.
Awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. The music's gonna be so cool.
So
You know it.
beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, let me check my scroll here. Yeah, that's all the information I have about version 5.6.
Yeah, me too. What about you, Jane?
Is that how much it costs?
I'm just so excited to uncover more about the Albedo trial mystery and to defeat the new boss on the chessboard.
And I can't wait for you all to meet Escoffier. It's been so much fun working on her, and I just think you're gonna love her.
And to follow that up, Aoife is finally playable, and of course he's gonna have Kukuku right by his side, but the mini-games are always so fun and creative.
Absolutely.
Just can't wait.
Well, that's it for the version 5.6 special program. A new adventure awaits. I hope it brings with it new friendships, new answers, and a whole lot of fun. And with that, all there's left to say is,
fairly decent
see you in
patch.
game, travelers. Bye. Bye. Bye.
See ya.
April 30th. We're gonna have an update for the event. Okay. Is it Sunday? Is it Sunday? What is April 30th? What is April 30th? Let me see. This is Friday. So no, it's not gonna be Sunday then. It's gonna be something else. It's gonna be something else. Is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Oh my god. So, this patch, I say is pretty hype in my eyes. Let me quickly get over what we're getting. So obviously we're getting Escoffier, we're getting Aoife. With Escoffier, Aoife and Navia first phase, obviously Escoffier signature. Then we're getting Kinich and Raiden on the second phase. Then we're getting on the second phase, I'm assuming, Inazuma Chronicle banner with Ayaka, Ayato, Yoimiya, Chiori, Yae Miko, Itto, Kokomi, and Kazuha. So I'd say it's a really nice banner all around. I don't know, I personally really love Inazuma characters. We're going to Mondstadt, not in Dragon Spine as we expected from this art, literally like seeing the Dragon Spine mountaintops and like all like the snow. At least that's what I thought we're getting, not gonna lie, because of this particular image. But we're getting like the event, freaking Aoife Autoron Kinich is in Fontaine. We're getting Albedo Trial, Hexenzirkel Varka, Arena Daughter Mentions the consequences of the Natlan's Archon quest with how Leylands got affected. Well, we're literally gonna see that in Mondstadt. I don't know what's happening with Albedo. Why is he like going there around the rooftops? Kukuku with Newbie being compared, like, well, yeah, our dragons next to each other was like a really funny part. I don't know. That was pretty good. The only thing I will say, I don't know about Primos in comparison, if that's like all of the bits, because the other things we'll get is the theater and the abyss. So one event is 990, the other is 30, some community event for 20 for 20 for 20 for rewards. So when I say we're getting like a crazy count because you don't have like exploration, but it will add like through the quests and stuff, and the theater and the abyss. But the new MGM theater rewards giving sanctifying elixir, yeah, I feel like they could have gave for maybe like 8 stars, because a lot of people will not be going for the visionary mode. So that's like my one thing. I'll say the Charlotte Tilbury collapse feels very random. But you know, the album is hype. The album is always hype, but I don't know. It seems pretty cool, but I have missed like some old events, and I really hoped they were to include those events in you know, in a way, even if it's like a permanent mode like they've done for the music, for instance, like Windtrace, because I generally miss Windtrace. What are your thoughts, guys? Meeting Nicolette is probably the most humble Ahau ever got. The fact that the flying object and they can't fly in Fontaine is so silly. Kakuko with Rise and Newbie in the room. It's so like just silly and ridiculous, and I love that. It's very goofy. Having associated is not like it's an anniversary. I mean, it is not an anniversary, of course. But considering there are a lot of banners, which is the Chronicle, it may be a bit of a, I don't know. I don't know if there's gonna be like a better way to look at the rewards in comparison, but yeah. My only thoughts are Ifa and Sador's CCG card. Yeah, Chronicle banner didn't seem to feature any standard ones, though I will guess the music is probably gonna be there. They just wanted to show the characters that we're getting that are not. I don't know. It would make no sense to have no standard characters. They have to add it. Like, I mean, Mizuki's there, so surely. But yeah, saving for Skirk. Escoffier looks really good though. If, I don't know, like for Snezhnaya at the very least, because obviously Snezhnaya, Cryonation, and like not Cry, maybe we'll get like freeze meta anyways. So I feel like Escoffier, she could be really good actually for that. But yeah. Alendo's Albedo story, the banner ask if one day I lose control, destroy monster, destroy a thing, can you rely on me to stop me? Yeah, potentially. Also the Dahlia reveal. We're actually able to see Dahlia for the first time. So I feel like there's like a lot of bits to get hyped about. Obviously, lore-wise too, because we're literally approaching the end game with Not Cry. And with this quest, I feel like we'll get some bits and bobs lore-wise for what's to come as well. So that I feel like makes me like excited the most. And then just like silly goofy content of Fontaine, I feel like it just looks really funsies. So yeah. No, previous Albedo events, I haven't done the first one because I hadn't played, but 2.31, oh my god, was actually insane. I love that one. I still like, I have like memories of me just like playing on iPad and like being locked in and like laughing at Bennett sleeping. And like the other bits that happen, gosh, I don't want to say if you haven't played it. But yeah. For those who watch this on YouTube, let me know in the comments, what are you the most excited about this patch? I'm personally really looking forward to it, as you could probably already guess from my excitement. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. I know you're going to pull for the banners. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube and check out my Twitch, because that's where these things happen live on here every Wednesday, Saturdays, sometimes Fridays. Well, now it's Friday, so you know, Fridays. And you know, join Discord. Yeah. But yeah, YouTube. Say bye, chat, to the YouTube. Please take care. I hope you get really lucky with your fulls. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Bye. Come to Twitch, or you will lose all your 50/50s. Yeah, come to Twitch for Chronicle banner luck. Yeah. And your Escoffier and Ifa fulls. And Ifa, no, and Kinich and Raiden and Navia. Yeah. Come now.